Welcome to the Edibles Club. Kitchen Sesh. Do you want to say hi? No, you just want to bug me. Welcome, everybody. How are you doing? Let me get my chat open. It's 1:19. How can I help you, Bonbon? Whoa, the chat's already going off. Whoa, you guys, I can't keep up with this. Cut that out. I'm not rewarding that. Come here. Hi, everyone. Let us know how the streaming is today. Because I switched to AT&T for my Wi-Fi. Bonbon wanted to say hi. Really, she just wanted a treat, but now I'm making her say hi. We had a good birthday, didn't we? We went to the dog store. You got a fishy treat. What else did we do? We kind of hung out, went for a couple of walks, and that was about it, right? Had some dinner. Thank you to Madam Dram and to Pete for sending me a Venmo to the Edibles Club so I could get dinner and get Bonbon some treats. Madam Dram, the best club in the world. That's right. Hi, Eddie Moretti. Hi, Harry Lee. Hi, Jason H. Hi, Alan. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Alex. No, don't jump. I'm trying to teach her to not jump up for a treat. So if I give her a treat for that, she's going to think that's the thing to do. And I really do not want that. It's 4:20 somewhere, so everybody light up. And what am I smoking today? It's okay. Care of Cornerstone Wellness, Sun Roots Farm, Cadillac Rainbows. Don't mind if I do. Winslow, you should say hi to the chat. Say hi to the club.
Hi, everybody.
He's so quiet. We had a big day today, okay? It's already been very traumatic.
Yeah, I'm having a crazy day.
Hi, Lee Elliott. Hi, Stuart. Hi, Petra. Everybody's here. So today we're making candy. I want to start off by saying every super chat, we will put a raffle ticket for a chance to win a club t-shirt, a club hat, a club mug. I think that's better than chocolates because people kept being like, put weed in it. And I don't want to get into that argument with people that it's not legal for me to do that. So we'll do club merch. And also we just support it. We just appreciate the support because, it takes a lot of work. We do a lot to set up this live stream, like putting up all the lights and the cameras. And then I have to make a batch of stuff before we make the stuff because we need to have, different status, different, what would you call it? Different points of the recipe done. Do you know what I mean? To kind of cut back on time. So it's a lot.
Have her ask what happened. I'm going to tell her.
Tell her, Winslow.
Yeah, so I have a gig tonight. I'm doing my projection work at a show, and my car died. Either my battery's dead or my starter's dead, but I'm kind of freaking out because after this, I have to get somebody's car. My mom, I think, is going to let me borrow her car to load up my gear and go to this event. But this morning was crisis mode. And
I would take him in Carmen, but Carmen's a pickup truck, and he's got all this really expensive gear,
Yeah, like a computer and cables and boxes that wouldn't.
We don't want to just sliding around the back of my truck because it's probably got a bunch of water in it right now because it's been pouring rain.
I think I'm sorted and I'm good, but it was stressful this morning.
So, like I was saying, hi everyone. Hi Pete. It'll go better. It just was one of those mornings. He texted me, he's like, my car won't start. And I was like, fuck. So he had an Uber here and then my car was dead, but that was my fault. I left the lights on because I went to coffee really early and it was raining. So I think I had the lights on because it was raining. Yeah. And then I didn't turn them off and my battery died. So we had this guy, we had AAA come and jump Carmen. And you know what he told us? He told us that my mechanic is definitely trying to do a number on me. And like the battery acidification, like I was like, is it this shit here around the little like the I need to learn the words for these things so I don't sound like such a dumbass.
I don't know what it is.
Where you put the
I know what you mean, but I don't know what it's called.
Nut, whatever the fuck it's called, right?
The terminals, the battery terminals.
Terminals? Okay. There's acidification around it, and to clean that up, he was going to charge me $160. And I asked the guy, I was like, how much, like, what should this cost? He's like, just go to, what's the car place? AutoZone, and just get some fucking this and that, some WD-40. You can do it yourself for $5. I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm going to learn, Winslow. I'm going to learn on YouTube University how to do this stuff so I don't have to pay all this bullshit money to mechanics who see a cute girl like me and they're like, she doesn't know shit. We can charge her up the fucking ass. So I'm glad I didn't have them do all that work.
Oh, you got a new follower from Instagram, Elio the Alien. Hello.
What? Where are you seeing that? Elio the Alien. Why don't I see Alien? Elio the Alien. We left Instagram to keep it going on YouTube. Oh, you came from the Instagram live? Good. That's why I do those live streams, because I'm like, maybe people will come over to YouTube. It's really hard to get people to switch platforms. But anyway, today we are making candy bars. Listen, my grocery store doesn't have eggs, and I could not bring myself to spend another $14 on a dozen eggs from the fancy grocery store. So I used the Nougat. It's not looking great, but we're gonna do the best that we can with the things that we have. I have one egg that I can do for our demonstration today. But those egg whites, anyway, what I was trying to say is the grocery store didn't have any egg whites. They only had, or eggs, they only had those egg whites in a container. I Googled, will they whip up? Can I get it to a stiff peak? Google says yes. Google lied, okay? There's no getting those to a stiff peak. So they make battery terminal cleaning brushes. $10. These asshats wanted to charge me $160. Rude. Really rude. And now I'm starting to question all of the other work that they did, but I did look it up and that was about the average price. But I just think they're trying to like nickel and dime me in places that's really not cool. Anyway, pretzels and flax eggs instead? I don't think so. We're gonna do this. Don't worry. I've got bonbons out sitting in the sun. I have one egg. We don't need that many eggs, so I'll use one real egg, and then I'll use, it's not that bad. Let me show you what I did. And it's also like peanut butter, right? I should have done this last night, first of all. So it's still not set. So when we go to like, I don't want to put it in the fridge. It's still very liquid, right? So I don't know if I needed to bring up the temperature higher, but we're going to do it again. You weren't here the first time, but we'll do it again. We have to make sure this live goes pretty quickly because Winslow has a show later and we got to get him back to his house and it's a whole hoopla. But when did he get here? Well, we haven't even been started this live for 10 minutes. Yeah, I think it needs more time. Because if we turn it off, it might not start again. So I'm going to line this with Hi Stew Beets. It does look delicious, but it's just like too, like the nougat is running. Does that make sense? Because like I didn't get those eggs to a stiff peak. They were like They weren't even a peak. So that's definitely going to impact the final nougat. But sorry, I had too many groceries in my hands too that I couldn't stop. I'm in the middle of moving homes right now. Yeah. What's up? Hello to all the new people. Welcome. Hi, Becky. Vanessa, I do car shit and I've saved a decent amount of money. YouTube teaches me everything. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, like, if it's a major thing I can't do, fine, but I'm pretty mechanical. My brain is very mechanical. I'm not just saying that, like, my grandpa was a mechanic. She's outside in the sun. You looking for Bonbon?
Yeah.
She's outside in the sun. She's sunbathing. Anyway, so I figure, like, I can figure that out. We can do it. And then for major stuff, I'll find a new mechanic because I don't like that they were going to overcharge me for something like cleaning that takes them a couple of minutes. It's really rude. And it's a new battery too. That's why I was like kind of surprised by it. And then when I opened the trunk, I was like, not the trunk, the what's that called? The hood. Thanks. Fucking A, man, my brain.
The hood.
The hood. I was like, I wonder if the mechanic was talking about this stuff on the battery right here. Winslow and I tried to jump the car, and that did not work. But when I saw that, I was wondering, and so when the tow truck guys came, I was like, is this what these guys are talking about? And he was like, yep. That's some bullshit. This is an 8x8 pan. I'm gonna look at this caramel and see how thick I made it so I can see if I want to make it thinner. You see how that nougat's just like spilling off? I think it needs to be thinner. We might not get to enrobing today because that nougat didn't work out, and then this nougat's gonna need to sit for a little bit, but we gotta start with the caramel anyway. Some people wanted me to do a Twix bar, but I'm not in the mood. Jeff is being an awesome guy. What? I sent you a link for the terminal post-cleaning brush in Discord. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks. Cool. Let's make caramel. This recipe is from my cookbook, How to Eat Weed and Have a Good Time, aka it's the Marigold Sweets recipe. Look at those fucking chocolates right there. Hand tempered that too on set. Anyway, so we're gonna do that from my cookbook. Will you drop the link for everyone? Yeah. Thank you. Pre-order today. Pre-ordering really, really helps a lot. I'm gonna cut this recipe down because we don't want that much caramel. It'll be too thick. And this is an 8x8 pan. This recipe is for a 9x9. So I'm just gonna cut it, I think we'll cut it at least, I think we're gonna cut it in thirds. Into a third. Actually, that was a third. Do I need to cut it into a quarter of it by 4? So it would just be half a cup, pinch of salt, 3/4 a cup of sugar. That could work. Because I just feel like this was pretty thick for caramel.
Say hi to Marvin.
Hi, Marvin. Welcome to the live stream.
Say hi to Stu Beats.
I said hi to Stu Beats.
Oh, whoops.
How dare you, Winslow? Just kidding. Okie doke. We're going to cut this down even more because I kind of feel like the caramel on my first batch was a little thick. So we don't want it that thick. That's a lot of caramel to chew through. Hi, Club. Yo, Russ. Hi, Russ. Happy weekend. So we're going to take, what was it? It's going to be half a cup of whipping cream. I didn't need to get more whipping cream. Oh, well. So you want to start with the caramel because if we poured hot caramel over nougat, it would what would it do? It would melt the nougat. That's what it would do. Whereas if when you put nougat over caramel, you're fine. I know this isn't a volume measuring thing, but put me in jail. I don't care. Okay, 1 second. This nougat almost feels like marshmallow. Can we add adaptogens to this recipe like reishi and lion's mane? In a candy recipe, you can do whatever you want.
I'm sure there's a way.
Yeah, you just put it into either the nougat or you put it into the caramel, like into the cream. Maybe you grind it up. I haven't cooked a lot with reishi and lion's mane.
It might affect the flavor a bit,
Yeah,
but I'm a big fan of lion's mane personally.
You're not?
I am.
Oh, you are. I just think like you're taking that. What's the point of taking it?
Well, I've tried a lot of adaptogen mushrooms, and lion's mane is the only one where I feel a difference. It wakes me up. It makes me more sharp. Like it improves brain function noticeably.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I would say grind it up, put it into, you could put it into the caramel, put it into the nougat, and I'm just getting this thing because we're going to put some FSO in here. I know FSO is kind of lazy, you guys, but it's one of those days, okay? Let me make sure this is, can they see it? Oop. There we go. Okay, so I've got some cream in here. This is on my Amazon storefront if you want this milligram scale. And this is FSO and it's 86%. So 0.1 grams would be 86 milligrams. We can leave it there. It's a little more. What? It's a little higher. That's good. 0.16? 0.16 times 864. Sorry, I was like having to do math.
That's 138 milligrams.
Great.
138 milligrams.
Great. And then I'm going to put a little sprinkle of salt. You can use sea salt if you want to be fancy, but it's not required. And then we want some sugar. So we're doing half, we're cutting it in 4, if that makes sense. I'm dividing everything by 4. So this calls for 3 cups of sugar. 3 divided by 4 is 3/4, right? So I want 3/4 of a cup of sugar. A cup of sugar has 200 grams in it. If I divide 200 by 4, that's 5, or 50, sorry. Times that by 3, it's 150 grams. That is how, when people are like, how do bakers adapt recipes? That is how I adapt recipes. I convert everything into grams and I start kind of futzing around from there.
Say hi to Gare Bear.
Hi, Gare Bear. It's kind of hard when it's the opposite direction. That's too much. I used to work at See's Candy. Huh? Yeah, because I used to work at See's Candy. So we used to have to like get the weight when someone says they want a ½ pound of candy. You got to get that weight right. Right on. What's the chat saying?
Michelle's here.
Hi, Michelle. How are you doing? Let's hope that if I'm using real egg, it's going to do it.
Can you move this olive oil out the way?
Oh, shit. Sorry. I'm putting a little bit of honey. How much? Basically a ½ tablespoon of honey. This recipe is from my cookbook. I'm just adapting it. That's why it's nice to have a cookbook, because I can just look at my recipe. I'm like, where's my recipe for this? Ah, it's in my cookbook. It's real nice. Anyway, so sugar. I do a dry caramel. That's my preference, mainly because it's faster. And I find that the caramel has a better chew, if that makes sense. I'm going to get this. The nougat we're not starting on yet, so we should probably just do the caramel. But okay, we'll wait. What am I doing? Get this shit out of here. Let's get this caramel made. And we're going to put peanuts in this because we're doing basically a Snickers bar. We can call it a Giggles bar. Gigglers bar. I don't know. You all can vote. Get your candy thermometer. Okay, sounds good. Turn off Carmen. Do, do, do. We had to let Carmen run for a little bit. Hope the fam is doing great, Michelle. Totally. Oh, I hope your kid's okay, Michelle. She's just got a cough from that flu that won't go away. I hope, does she have, hey, Bonbon? No. Does she have her measles? Is she all vaccinated? Because you know measles, can you believe that? Texas has how many cases now? So wild. Winslow's not here right now, so we can't switch cameras until he gets back. But I just want to say, like, one of the most, not the most, but like an important step to making edibles is like, especially with a concentrate, you want to whisk and make sure that it gets evenly distributed in whatever you're doing. Some people like to add it when you put butter into caramel. Sometimes I do it that way. But I'm just putting into the cream today. Fat is fat. And then this is a dry caramel, so you can stir it. If it's a wet caramel, you don't really want to.
Your key won't go to the lock position.
Oh, you have to, there's a button above the key. Did you press that button when you pull it out? Okay. It's right above the key thing. It's just an old car. Right. Mama, you can't go with him. You see her little legs, her little chicken legs? She's spying on Winslow. My key has this like thing where you have to press a button to take the key out. I don't know what that's about. Probably because the key like could just slide out otherwise. I don't know. It's really funny though. It's an oldie goldie. I made RSO brownies and a strawberry pound cake with some RSO infused strawberry glaze for Valentine's Day. That sounds amazing. Pecan? No, I have peanuts. I have hazelnuts too if we wanted to do hazelnuts, but I figured peanut would be fun. And plus we have that peanut butter we infused, so I figured I'd throw that into the nougat. Yeah, I can't believe I went to the grocery store again. And I asked them, I'm like, what's going on with the eggs? And they're like, I'm like, are people coming in and buying all the eggs out? Do you know what I mean? Like, not just buying, I buy 1 carton of eggs at a time. I also don't have a big family, so no judgment if you buy like multiple dozens because you have a bunch of kids. But I just don't think that's the case. I think that people are doing what they did with the fucking toilet paper during COVID, and they're hoarding eggs because there's panic. Oh no, we're not gonna have enough eggs. And it's really bad. It's really stupid. Don't do that. Because then we can't have that kind of scarcity mindset, because this shit's going to keep going on for a long, like all year. It's going to be all year, all 4 years. I'm counting down. We're basically at 3.75 years left of this guy. Anyway, so they just didn't have any eggs. No quail eggs, no nothing. So I'm stirring up this sugar. It's melting. I don't know if they can see this burner. Can they see this one over here?
Yeah, they see that.
Let me put this here so they can see this. That's better, right?
Yeah.
It's just a much bigger burner and we're not making that much caramel, but it's okay. So I'm just like stirring it and you're like, what? You're not supposed to stir caramel. Totally fine with dry caramel. All these crystals are gonna melt. That's also why I like a dry caramel, is because you can like kind of break them up like this, you know, is because it's faster. It doesn't take as long as a wet caramel because you don't have to cook out so much water. Because sugar has water in it. That's why it's considered a wet ingredient. You always add it with your wet ingredients. You treat it like a wet ingredient. And the caramelization happens when you're cooking out the water and it caramelizes.
Did you say the peanuts were roasted?
You guys, this is from like a Skippy, like not a Skippy. This is from like a Mr. Peanut thing. Okay, I'm trying to use up the nuts in my pantry. They're salted, they're probably roasted. I don't think it's gonna matter that much. We're covering it in caramel, but maybe add less salt. There's so much sugar going on though. It's really not gonna be
Delicious
an
D is
issue.
here.
Hi, Delicious D. She was asking me a question. Winslow, you can probably help with this. Sorry, only reason I didn't respond is because I didn't have a good answer for you. She wanted to know if there are other cannabinoids that can help with increasing appetite other than THC.
That's a good question.
Right?
In my experience, THC is really the one that boosts appetite significantly.
Right.
It's unfortunate that it has the side effect of getting you high. So a lot of people want boosted appetite and they don't want to get high.
Yeah.
Like I helped a lot of cancer patients do cannabis treatment, and a lot of them had never smoked cannabis, so they didn't want to get high. So we tried like high CBD stuff, and it can sometimes help to boost appetite, but not as well. Like CBD doesn't give you the munchies, you know?
Right. It doesn't. The hormone is ghrelin. That's what it's called, hunger hormone. It doesn't release that, check off whatever that thing is in our brains to make us hungry.
Yeah, so it's really just THC basically.
And then THCV suppresses appetite.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you guys to look at this caramel. You see how liquid and smooth that is? And it's starting to smoke a little bit. So that means we're ready to go. Kokomo's. And we got our, ooh, this is hot. Fuck you, bitch. Because the handle is metal. We have our FSO infused cream. This is heavy whipping cream. It's got some salts in it. And you want to stir. It's going to bubble up, so be careful. Woo! Now imagine this. When I do marigold, my pot is like big. You know what I mean? And then I take it and I like pick up that big ass, heavy ass pot, and I have to like pour, I need some butter. I have to pour it into these depositors. And the last time I was up there, I almost spilled it on myself, but I'm glad I spilled it on the floor. So we'll put like, let's see, it calls for a cup, 8 ounces of butter. So we just want 2 ounces of butter. And this is 4 ounces. So we'd want half of this, which would be 4 tablespoons. Are people asking me questions? I'm just gonna put the butter in. We need to we're gonna cook it out. We gotta cook the water out of the butter too. I've been making caramel a long time.
I want to answer Marvin's question.
Go for it.
Marvin asks if something high in caryophyllene could help mellow out the high so you get the benefit of appetite stimulation without getting baked. Yeah, beta caryophyllene tends to be anti-anxiety and calming. And I was going to say too, you could use CBD in an indirect way to boost appetite. Like if you're anxious and that prevents you from getting hungry, if you use CBD to reduce your anxiety, it might not make you directly hungry, but it might make you in a more calm mood, which is more conducive to eating.
This is vanilla. I usually use vanilla bean, but I'm not wasting. Sorry. We're using up stuff today.
And of course, with cannabis medicine, everybody reacts differently, so it's always just important to just try some different things and see what agrees with your body and nervous system.
Everybody's different. Everybody is so different. This is such a cool live stream show. Can I just say, you guys, can you spread the word for us? Can you tell all your friends, email all your friends, and just be like, you need to check out what these people are doing. It's really fun. We can ask them cannabis questions. She's cooking up a storm. Winslow's, been helping people with cannabis medicinally for over a decade.
Thanks, Eddie.
So spread the word for us. And if you can, join the Edibles Club, because that's where it's really at. And that's my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Edibles Club. We're in the group chat there. So I took this one up to 255, which is normally what I do, but I feel like it's a little, it's pretty okay.
Oh my God, it smells like rich caramel in the kitchen right now.
Right? I love the smell of caramel. When I make it up in Salinas, it's really, for Marigold, it's really special. The whole factory just smells like this. Marigold.
Marvin asked me if I've worked with IBS sufferers. Yes, plenty. Generally, any type of high THC cannabis strain seem to help most of them.
For IBS. Carlos used to tell me like the roots, sometimes like using the roots for stuff, like either making a tincture out of them or whatever for IBS is good. Cannabis roots,
Yeah.
but I don't know how many people have access to cannabis roots.
They definitely benefit from full spectrum anything cannabis because the synergy of all the cannabinoids together helps reduce inflammation more.
And do you recommend they eat it?
Yeah. I mean, it really depends on the person and if they're okay with eating it, if they're okay with that type of
High.
11-hydroxy effect, but
Yeah.
it'll work if they tolerate it.
Great. Okay, show them this caramel. It's really looking nice, you guys. So we're just going to keep going here till it hits the right temp. We already added our butter, and then we're going to put in the peanuts, and then we're going to pour it into this pan, and we're going to get started on the nougat. Let me check what's going on in this chat here.
Mike asked me if it's the same for Crohn's. If I remember correctly, Crohn's is an autoimmune inflammatory disease, and yes, it would be the same. If I remember correctly.
I don't really give recipes though. I'm sorry. Maybe when we're like really ballin', I can hire someone to like write down all of my funky little recipes for me. I guess I should just do it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work because I like to test it and I don't want to like write something, and then that's a lot of money because you have to test and test and test. Yeah, the cookbook was a lot of money to test. So we're at 252. $254. I'm going to take it out now because the other one was a little bit firmato. Take your peanuts, dump them in. Yum. And then get it out of your pan because it keeps cooking in the pan. So you don't want it to cook too much more or it'll get hard. So come in, get this off. And then let's flatten this out so we have a full. Now this looks too thin. No, it won't be. It'll be perfect. Trust the process, Vanessa. Trust the process. Gotta spread
Eddie
it
asked
out.
how many recipes in your cookbook, and when they tested them, did they test them multiple times?
There are 80 recipes in my cookbook, and My recipe testers, yes, sometimes they test, if it didn't work out, they would test it again, or I would test it. I tested some recipes like a lot. Some of the recipes in there, I was like, I don't want to ever look at this thing again, but I would do it again. You know, it's a lot of recipes, a lot of work. My friend Alex helped me with all of that. So I'm just kind of like trying to get this out flat. What you could do, maybe I shouldn't do that. Is that going to be stupid?
Mike asked, what temperature do you get your caramel to for a bonbon?
Chocolate Mike, what temp do you get your caramel to for a bonbon? You mean like a, so not a cut and enrobed caramel, so it's not going to have to hold its shape. For that, I'd probably do like 240. I don't do a really soft caramel that often. And then for the firmer caramels, it depends on the humidity. I know that sounds wild. You know, Mike. Depends on the humidity, but I would do, trying to use this parchment to flatten it out. I hate that this tin isn't as square as the other one. Kind of makes me mad, but it's okay. We're going to clean up the edges. And that looked like, this looks like the right thickness with, once we put the nougat on. Okay.
Elio the Alien asks, what's our take on CBG and CBN?
CBN is great for sleep. Oh, this has that.
And I can say CBG is relatively new on the cannabis scene, and it's great. CBG is super anti-anxiety. It's non-psychoactive. It's everybody who tries CBG freaking loves it. It's honestly a better version of CBD in my opinion.
Dang.
Yeah.
This FSO is so good. Okay. I'm not really a nougat expert, but we're going to try again. Because last time was a failure. But we're going to use real eggs. Just want to make sure this is clean. We're going to use real eggs. We're going to use cream of tartar. Probably should have let this be at room temp, but I didn't. And we might put some of those fake eggs in. Thanks, Chocolate Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
You're making a mango passion fruit caramel filled that sounds awesome. Check with the humidity. And you can always drop some in some cold water just to see what consistency it is. But I definitely, because what is the, oh, it says it on here. So a softball, yeah, is 235, 240. So that'll be looser, right? It's definitely a euphoric molecule. That's awesome. Oh, we need to put Mike into the raffle. A thread is 230, 234. Softball is 235, 240. Firm ball is 245, 250. So I feel like that between that, the softball and the firm ball is kind of nice because then you don't want it too, I hate it when I bite into a bonbon and it just kind of like spills out. You know, I like it to have a little bit of body to it. And the caramels I like to do are chewy. I want to save this yolk because it's precious. Can't waste a fucking thing.
Sorry, I'm answering so many questions today.
From what? From your cell phone or from the chat?
Kathy asks, CBG is great. Where does one get that cannabinoid? So CBG is like sort of new, and there's a few people developing strains that are high in CBG. I forget any strain names at the moment, but I know in California there's like 3 or 4 strains that primarily are high in CBG.
Right. Winslow, you don't have to apologize. I want you to talk more. It's
Kathy,
great.
I'll try to find those strain names and send them to you in the group chat.
Where's the group chat? It's on motherfucking Patreon. So if you want access to all of our combined knowledge, Winslow likes doing this job. I like doing this job. We need you to help us to keep doing this job. All right, we're doing this fucking shit. I don't know if I should put these egg whites in here. I also don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with them. We'll just put a little, just look at, these look like sperm. They look like jizz. It's disgusting. I'm gonna put some cream of tartar. I only need 1.5 egg whites to do this because we're not making that much nougat, but oh, she really wants to sunbathe today. You should have set up the GoPro outside. She just wants to sunbathe. She's my little bathing queen. Sorry, you guys don't need to listen to that. This is cream of tartar. I'm just trying to help because I put some of those weird ass egg whites. Desperate times, people. Desperate times. That's how it felt. Okay, so we want to whisk this. We also want to get our sugar ready. Now, I followed a nougat recipe. Patrick's out of eggs and weed. I feel I was out of weed the other day, and then Winslow brought me some today. Elio, in South Dakota, after the recreational law was declined and medical was approved, it only took a couple years later for them to ban all cannabinoids. Just THC and CBD are available now in my state. That's so stupid.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Elio. That's so
so
ignorant of the government.
Hi. You got too hot? Come here. Did you get too hot because you were sunbathing? Yes, your breath's a little stinky. Probably because you're dehydrated. And you're a dog. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tiger asked, what the fuck is cream of tartar?
Cream of tartar? Cream of tartar, it's like... Let's look it up. I'm going to give her a nice cube. Eat that. Yeah, that's going to feel good. Let's see. What is cream of tartar? I don't know what it is exactly, but crystalline powder that is commonly used in baking. Scientifically known as potassium bitartrate. So basically, if you don't have baking powder and a recipe calls for baking powder, you can use cream of tartar with baking soda. Why would you want to use... Why would a recipe call for baking powder? Because recipes that do not have acid in them will call for baking powder, whereas recipes with acid in them, you can use baking soda because there's something to react with the baking soda. So there you go. Okay, so we're gonna, oh, I should get my syrup going. God damn it. Stop and stall, stop and stall.
Oh, Marvin asked, what egg white substitute are you using?
Oh my God, Marvin. You don't want to fucking know. Something bad. Not good. Egg whites. It's literally egg whites, but they just look like jizz when you... They do. They do. I don't have another word for it. Milky, you know, gross.
Yeah, it's egg whites from like a milk carton.
Let me show you. I used a real egg, right? And then this is liquid egg whites. And they're organic. It's from chickens. It's just like they're not good. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Okay, how much sugar was I doing in this? I was going to do 1/2 cup of sugar. So much sugar in this recipe. Huh? Oops. But it should still work. Oh, that. The scale. Yeah, no, that won't work. Sorry. I just like to weigh sugar and such because... There we go. You hear that helicopter? So this is 1/2 cup of sugar, which is 100 grams. And that's that's 74.
Say hi to Mr. Bob.
Hi, Mr. Bob. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's Saturday going? We're gonna put this in the pan. We're gonna do...
Oh yeah, Mike says those egg whites are usually pasteurized, so the
They are.
protein doesn't whip up as nicely.
Yeah, oh well. They are. That's why I looked at it. I looked up our pasteurized egg whites. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of this, but I'm eyeballing it. Our pasteurized egg whites, can you whip them up? And it said, yeah, you just will have to do it for a little bit longer and add some cream of tartar. So that's what I did. And they did not, it did not work. I'm just going to do this dry.
Oh, Molto Tube is asking what kind of candy bars are we making?
We're making a giggles bar. That's what I'm calling it. Tiger, where are you guys? Okay, we're gonna start whisking this while this sugar gets ready. What was in this? What was this from? Why is this wet? Doo-dee-doo-doo. Hi, Bonbon. Toronto. Woo. Pete, you got your pizza? What kind of pizza did you get? Okay, I'm going to whisk this up. All right, this is working because I added that egg white. We're at a soft piece. I wonder if I had added more. That's a good peek. Can't see. There. Stiff. Okay. So let's do this, and we got to get our sugar up to temp. I don't know what temperature to take this sugar to. I'm open to suggestions. We heard all sorts of things yesterday. We're going to add peanut butter to it. So I'm just trying to get the caramel off of this.
Hey, say hi to Grandpappy Perp.
Who? Grandpappy Perp? Hi.
Say hi to Jen S.
Jen Shelbo? Jen Shelbo's here, everybody. Oh, shit.
And also Resin.
Resin?
You
Hi.
Got a bunch of new people in here.
Welcome. Well, Jen Shelbo's an old member. What the fuck was I going to grab? I was going to grab something, but now I don't remember. Oh, the peanut butter. Remember we infused that peanut butter? Let's just fucking put some of this in there while we're at it. Ooh, shit. Well, I think that's what we're going to take it to, whatever that temperature was. Because I could add some water to it and loosen it up. so it's not quite as caramelized, but I'm gonna go for it because I feel like the last nougat was way too soft. Woo, I need to turn this down. This thing's really strong. But turn it up a little because we don't want it to... Oh yeah, you didn't get any videos? Why is it doing this to me right now? I don't want it to spray me, but I need it to whisk. Fucking son of a bitch. What am I doing wrong with this, Breville? Let me scrape this down. Yeah, the sugar's hardening into the nougat. You guys, I'm not doing a very good job. I can't do this. Fucking A, man. Today is a failure. Today is a total failure. You're supposed to drizzle it in really slowly and not have it fucking whip everywhere like this or crystallize as you whip it in. Maybe we'll try just whisking it because it's making just such a fucking mess. And the sugar is probably softening here or hardening. Nope, my whisk is dirty. I'm not dealing with it.
You dripped it on your stove.
What?
You dripped sugar on your stove.
Who cares? Are you serious right now? I dropped so much sugar everywhere. I'm mad about wasting an egg white. We're gonna keep going. Maybe it'll work out. It gets to this point where it does this weird whipping thing. Okay, I'm not... Oh, I got it on the burner. It's okay. I'll get it off. Shit is powerful. We're still in action, everybody. What a mess. Thanks, Marvin. This looks better than the other nougat, that's for sure. I just hope there's not chunks of sugar. You know, we'll find out on the Edibles Club. Maybe I can like pull them out. There's definitely some chunks of sugar in there, but it's part of the appeal. We're gonna add some of this weed peanut butter.
That's infused?
Yeah. We did it last time.
Oh, right.
Or not last time, but
That's potent, isn't it?
yep. We're doing it. We're going big or we're going home. Oops. Don't eat that. Peanut butter in the nougat. We don't want to whip it up too much. Is it perfect? No. Could we do better next time? Yes. It's okay though.
Did we add Marvin and Mike to the raffle?
No, we got to add Marvin and Mike to the raffle. Take your peanut butter, right? Don't forget. Yeah, these bars, these chocolates are going to be crazy potent. Just trying to get rid of some of the canned sugar chunks because I didn't drizzle it in nicely. But it's going to be okay, everybody. Use real eggs would be my first piece of advice. The replacement eggs do not work. And, you know, I don't know. Be nice to yourself. It's okay if it's not perfect. But make sure you temper right. Don't do what that guy did. I mean, that nougat tastes good. Offset spatula. Come in. Spread them out. If you see a little chunk of caramel, take it out. Put it in your mouth. It's kind of nice. It'll be like nougat with toffee in it. Not mad about it. Okay. Sugar is sugar, people. Now this nougat looks a lot nicer than the shit that I did this morning. But that mainly is the eggs problem. Yep. So that'll set up nicely. It's probably the ratio of nougat to caramel is a little bit off. This is too soft. I don't know what to do here. What can I do, Vanessa? What can you do with that? It's too soft. Because if I go to try and dip that in chocolate, it's just gonna like fall apart. Yeah. Let me get creative. I could either scrape that caramel off or scrape the nougat off. You're dying? You having fun? Dying because I'm making a total disaster in the kitchen, or dying because this looks good? I'm just...
Freezer?
Well, we could freeze it. The only thing is it'll make the
Multitube
chocolate...
suggested freezer.
Huh?
Multitube suggested
Multitube?
freezer.
The humidity might not be good for it, but the only thing I worry about that is we're going to temper the chocolate. I guess I could not temper the chocolate and we could just do frozen chocolate bars like all the fucking bozos on the internet, but I wanted to show people how to temper because it's only 220. It's only 220. Fucking oven. I got it on my fucking stove, my wood. Butcher block. The nice thing about sugar is that it, you can just use water. It's water soluble. So I just take that burner and stick it in the water and it'll come right off. Chocolate, you want to use like a heat gun. I'm trying to think of what to do here. Turn it into millionaire bar type thing. Add a shortbread layer as a pivot. Should I, Jen, do you think I should scrape off the nougat? That's too soft? That's what I'm wondering. It's just like what to do with that nougat that's on it. Let me see if I take it out, how quickly this nougat runs. You know, you see how it, we could maybe do this. Let's just fucking do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're doing it.
Say hi to Kitu Shona.
Kitu Shona, hello. Alpine, I can't say it, C47 Italian coffee does roll. Did you drink it all? Yes, you did. Good job, Winslow. That's a lot of coffee. Okay, let's temper some chocolate. We could melt it in the microwave if we wanted, but I won't. We'll just do a double boiler like this. Oh my God, I gotta bend my back. Oh, do you feel like when I do that, I feel like I hear like my back. Anyway, not add, maybe a little, the leftover will add will act like glue. It'll be great. So you don't think I should just dip these into a bar right now? I don't think I have shit for shortbread. Oh, I bought AP flour. We're gonna continue with this process. And we're gonna pray that this nougat doesn't ruin my chocolate. We're gonna have to cut it into bars. It's gonna be messy. All I can guarantee right now is this shit's gonna be messy. So buckle up, everybody. It's time for a good time. We're gonna have fun because that's what we do. We make the best of things, Winslow. We just have to make the best of it. What can we do? Cry about it? No. I can't. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. Woo! So this is some of that couverture. I guess I don't need to melt all of that shit. Take this big one out. Let's see how much this melts down to. We'll temper some chocolate today. Here's the nice thing about chocolate. As long as you don't get any shit in it, you can reuse it. You just melt it down again and temper it. So don't waste your chocolate. Don't throw it away. I'm really diligent about using all the chocolate because it's so difficult. It's expensive and it's really difficult to cultivate. And because of the changing climate, it's going to be more difficult. So what's up, Vanessa the Vanessa? You know what? Whatever. How did the apple monkey bread turn out last week? You know what? Liberty Genetics. It was a monster. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was all doughy. It needed to be like 2 of those pans, right? Of bread. And then maybe it would have been okay. It was just like a big lump. It didn't bake right. You're learning, sometimes you're learning with me. It's good to always be a student, right? I'm just gonna clean a rubber spatula since I've used them all. I need to get a new one. I need new rubber spatulas. Oh no, what happened with my YouTube? There we go. Haha, THC's candies. Finding Keepers had to grab some apple fritters last Sunday morning. Yum. So good. You want to be careful. Don't get water. So be careful when you have steam like that. I can just turn this water off. We don't need any more heat than what we got. You don't want it to get into the chocolate because chocolate is a lot of fat, right? So what happens when we add water to fat? It's going to seize the chocolate. They don't like each other unless you're making a ganache. And then there's so much liquid, right? If I just put a drop of water, like a teaspoon of water in here, this would all get clumpy and gross instead of smooth and creamy. We're gonna need more chocolate to work with. So actually, we'll just melt it all. So you wanna melt your chocolate, and then I do the seed method. I do the seed method. So this is some couverture. Love that t-shirt. Thanks so much, Last Minute Leo.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We got to put him into the raffle too. It didn't, wait, what? It didn't look right in that pan and in the toaster. Yeah, it was not good. I just didn't know what to do with all that dough. I panicked. It was too much. I did too much. Sometimes I do too much. And like the cream puffs were so great on their own. How were the other two that you took home? Did you give them to your friends?
They were fantastic. My friends loved them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, what a treat, right? Here, you want a fucking homemade cream puff? No, I don't. Said no one ever. We're going to figure out how to get music on the live stream so it's not just... I'm trying to break this big ass. I won't do it. No. Probably is. It's just a butter knife. But like I could spill chocolate everywhere. You mean like that kind of dangerous?
Yeah.
Good point. It's just like a big chunk of chocolate. I wanted it to break up more so we don't have to wait for it to melt. You should take a knife and chop up your chocolate before you do this. Don't be a lazy butthole like me. So we're just trying to melt this. You can take it to like, you look at the bag, right? It'll tell you, depending on the chocolate that you get, it'll tell you the temperatures to take it to. So heating, réchauffement, is 122, 113 for the low temperature. So that's where you would melt it to get all of those crystals, like get everything all melted. And then the crystallization curve de cristallisation, whatever, is, so you melted it at 122, you're going to seed it, and then you're going to drop it to 80.6, and then this is saying to bring it back up to 90. Yeah. So, cool. Cooling, molding, it needs to be 53 degrees. Enrobing, 66.4. Yeah, chocolate's really temperamental. I was going to include something in the book, like don't even attempt it on a hot day, but my editor said it would probably scare people. I was like, okay, fine. Because I was like, set your thermometer, your thermostat to 64, as cold as it'll go. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish melting this. Smoke some weed while we wait. And I'll read some of your chat. Danger, danger. You're funny. Mall wave. Music would be awesome. Thank you. Yes, we'll figure it out. My lazy way to melt chocolate is putting a bowl in the oven with the light on the night before. Oh, that's really smart. That's really smart. Do you find that I guess that'll hit like, does it get to 113? Chocolate Mike, I used to use, you know what a Choco Vision is? I'm sure you do. I still do use those, like for when I want to make a batch at home, just for friends. Those little machines, that was like the first major purchase I did for Marigold. Might have been the boxes, I don't remember. But the boxes I bought like a box at a time, and the guy would give me a really good deal on them. They were like 50 cents each, which is really cheap for the boxes I was getting. I should have asked for less though, because he couldn't sell that shit. I'm too nice. Anyway, that Choco Vision, $1,000, I was like, but how the amount that it changed, it made it so much easier to make chocolates because I wasn't having to do this process by hand. So chocolate, there's a reason it's expensive. People are always like, why is it so expensive? It should be expensive. Okay, maybe we'll take these like chunkins out of here. What did I do with that? Put it here. So these will set up kind of ugly on the outside, but I don't really care. This is my seed chocolate bowl, or my leftover chocolate bowl, so I can just remelt it down. But you want it completely smooth. We don't want any chunks in here. And we're gonna have to do that with the seed chocolate once we add that. So it's nice and smooth, nice and melted. From here, remember what I said about water? So take a rag and wipe your bottom. Sound like a mom. Here, take this rag, wipe your bottom. Wipe your dirty asshole. Sorry if that triggered anyone. Okay. Let's add some seed chocolate. I hate this chocolate for this reason. I love it for chocolate chip cookies, but I hate that it's these little tiny fuckers, okay? Because I need to pull them out at a certain point, and now it's difficult.
Say hi to Fraggle and Raquel.
Hello to Fraggle Rock Pothead. Hello. Hi, Raquel. Thanks, Raquel. We're trying today. We're really doing our best effort. Winslow, will you get some videos of different things? I know today is a total shit show, and like, I hope we get a good reel out of this, but ready? It's candy time on the Edibles Club. Do you need me to say that again?
Sure.
Now I feel stupid. It's candy time. Fuck! We're tempering chocolate live on the Edibles Club every Saturday at 1:20 p.m. on the Kitchen Sesh. We're making wait, one more. We'll do one when we're dipping the bars. That'll be good. So we're pretty hot here. Oh shit, I don't want to melt this much chocolate, bitch. And this glass is gonna carry this. My freezer definitely, the door was a little bit ajar, so that's always fun when that happens. And your freezer like crusts over in ice. Always love that. Hi, Christian Gutierrez. How high did y'all get on Bong Appetit? Rebecca, oh my God. You have no idea. The second season for me, I mean, I would always smoke on the first couple of seasons, but that second season when I was a judge and I was eating like 40 to 50 milligrams an episode, and we would shoot multiple episodes. We did 10 episodes in a few weeks. So I was stoned a lot. So I'm trying to cool this down fast because I don't want to melt. I don't want to have that much. I like my chocolate like this, right? I don't want it all melted. And this is way too much chocolate for me. I don't need this much. So I'm a little pissed off at myself right now. But that's okay. We're going to keep going. Should probably do this. Put some ice.
Mr. Bob just ordered your book.
Really? Mr. Bob, thank
you,
you. You guys, it comes out so soon. This is bad. I don't usually buy these little ice packs, but
Bi-multitube.
Bi-multitude. I know it's a weird Saturday, but that's okay. It might be like a freezer clean out, kind of a Sunday tomorrow. I'm just trying to, there we go. I'm just trying to cool this down faster because I don't want to waste so much chocolate. So use ice. It's our friend, or you could stick it in the, like you could stand in front of the fridge. And I want to put some more. This is even going to help temper it, like cooling it down this quickly with the ice. And it's just stirring, patience. So as the outside starts to cool, you can take that cooled chocolate. We're just creating crystal structure here. Get everything in line. It's only 102 degrees, so we still have a lot to drop, but it's looking pretty.
Nicole Howell says she pre-ordered the signed copy from Now Serving LA.
Thank you, Nicole. That's awesome. I love Now Serving. It's so nice to like support a small bookstore. I put a little too much, you know? There we go.
Thank you, Madame Dram.
I didn't see. What happened?
She posted a link to Now Serving.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're so great. They're really awesome, and like stores right now in LA are definitely struggling. Okay, we're gonna take it out of this ice water because it's cooling down pretty quickly. But I like that ice water. That was good. And I should have had a spoon. I just didn't prepare as well as I would have liked to today. We'll have a spoon in there so we can test it after I gave that guy so much shit in my other live about not testing his temper. Although my nougat does not look as good as his nougat. What? Christian, oh my God.
Thank you, Christian.
Christian, are you like a baller or something? You're always super generous. Thank you so much. We need to add him to the raffle a couple of times.
Yeah, 4 times.
If you say so, boss.
Oh, no, I think so.
Sure.
Yeah.
92 degrees. So I'm just trying to melt this chocolate. And then we have to pull all of this bullshit out. Okay, it says it hit 90. So now, how annoying. We have to take all of these little bitches out of here because otherwise they'll end up, I can't use that fork. They'll end up on the chocolate bar, right? And we don't want that. We do not want that. So try to do your best, but better to just use a couverture that doesn't have as small of, what are these called? Paillettes, or I don't remember what they're, pave, I don't remember what they're called. But I don't like this, I don't love this shape. It's really good though for chocolate chip cookies. So good. So at this point, once you hit 90 degrees, which I'm actually at 87.8, so I might pop it back onto this water, right? It's okay. We're okay. We're all okay. I feel like I'm telling myself that. You know how gamers say GG? We should have GR for Vanessa. Good recipe. Oh, yeah, I don't know if today's is going to be a good one, but, you know, we're here. We're doing it. We're having fun. It's just about having a good time. For me, anyway. See, I just, like, if we leave these, this is so annoying, but if we leave these in the chocolate, there'll be like these lumps on the top. I know that seems silly to care about, but I do. Even though the nougat's not right and everything else, I do care. I wish I could cut the other ones and dip those. Okay, let's see where we're at. See this fucking chocolate. And it's because the side got nice and cold. I'm gonna heat this up a little bit. Don't worry, I love working with chocolate. She's fickle, but you can figure her out. See, this nougat is already more set. You know? It's still soft, but we just made it. This one I made hours ago, and it's total liquid.
Can you read Elio's question?
Elio, quick question. For infusing my coffee, is it better to use Everclear tincture or an oil-based? Infusing your coffee, are you talking like an espresso? Or do you like milk in your coffee? So let me know. Because if you like milk in your coffee, you could always just infuse a milk, but you could infuse Everclear tincture too, and then make it like a cafe corretto, which is what they do in Italy if you want a shot of grappa in your coffee, your espresso. Okay, so we don't want this to go over 90, so we got to be real careful. And this is what that guy kind of did wrong the last time, what we watched on Wednesday. Wednesdays I go live at 4:20 p.m. He like left it too long on here because it'll carry, right? This will carry after I take it off. So I'm at 85 degrees right now. I'll probably just take it off here. I didn't wipe the bum, but don't worry. I'm aware. Let's see where we're at. We want to bring it up a little. And you can see how the chocolate is. Like, does it look, see, look at that. So now it's at 87. This is kind of the perfect temp. 89. Might have to stick it on the ice. No, we're okay. And just keep stirring. This is helping me work out some of those lumps from the seed too. Ooh, it went a little too hot. What?
Mike says that YouTubers tempering sucked hard.
Well, he just didn't stir enough, and then it was disappointing. Like, I'm gonna check this because it went over 90, right? So I'm a little bit nervous. It didn't break, I don't think, the temper, but we're gonna test it. I want to bring it down. Don't have your fucking thermometer turn off. We're doing something here. I still have seed chocolate in here. So even though it went a little higher, that seed chocolate will help us out. And we're just trying to bring this down. Glass really carries heat. So when I put it on there, I didn't leave it to 90 because you have to consider residual heat. This little ice bath came in clutch. Okay, so you see how I took the time to stir that? It's at 88. You know, it's a nice little temperature right there. It's still workable. If it gets too cold, it stiffens up too quickly and it's not easy to work with. You want it to be somewhat viscous. And then we can kind of use this bath to heat up when we need to. Let's test it really quickly. Oh shit, without putting water in it. So tempered chocolate, especially on a frozen spoon, should set very quickly. It should be firm. And it should break, it should be shiny and snap when it comes off. We might, let's see. Let's see. How we looking, baby? Let's let it sit for a second. I mean, this fork even looks good, but keep stirring this a little bit so it doesn't start to set in the bowl. 86. Okay. We're going to work with this. It looks good. It looks pretty shiny. I don't know if I can't show you that. How do I show you that? Do you see? Pretty shiny, but I want to, I don't know. Oh. It is coming off in like one whole piece. See how it's kind of holding together as a unit? I can't put my nail through it. So anyway, we're gonna work with it. It's not gonna streak like that one, guys, that's for sure. And let's dip these chocolates. We also have to cut the bars. Probably should have done that before. We're gonna cross our fingers, people, that these aren't fucking disaster.
Say hi to Jolbus.
Hi, Jolbus. Okay, so how you divide this will determine your dose. I'm just gonna cut off the edges, I think, and see how hard my caramel came out on this one. Fuck. It's so loose, this nougat. It's gonna ruin my chocolate. Look at that. Make a good frosting. I know, right? It's too loose. Let me put it back in here so I don't make a mess. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to waste chocolate on that. Let me see if this nougat is set up enough and cool enough that we can enrobe at least one chocolate bar, you know? Too loose. Don't trust what the internet tells you about whipping up egg whites. I should have just gone to Cookbook and like got a fucking $15 dozen of eggs. It's starting to set already. All right, let's move quick. Let's try this one. Why the fuck not?
$5 from Pete's Best.
Thank you.
Thanks,
See,
Pete.
they are forgiving me for my disaster. Okay, this seems much better, like it's gonna set. Although my caramel is still hot, so it's a little sticky. Ooh, this is pretty loose too. Yeah. I don't know, guys.
Say hi to Charles Clayton.
We gotta get a chocolate out of this, Winslow. Charles Clinton? Clayton. I don't know what to do here. Nougat needs to set for like hours, you know? You know, I think I would take this caramel to like 250, maybe. Because you don't want it too firm with the nougat. You don't really want it chewy. The Snickers bar is more of a loose nougat. I don't really know what to do here because our recipe didn't work out. And now I have all this tempered chocolate.
Petra asked what it tastes like.
What does it taste like? Peanut butter, sugar, yumminess. I have no food. I have nothing. Nope. I guess we could dip a banana. You want some banana dipped in chocolate?
Did you read April's comment?
Hi, April. Hi, I'm a new club member and didn't think I'd ever catch a live since I'm usually getting work for work at this time. But I'm sick today, so I guess it's kind of a win. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry you're sick.
Hi, April.
And hi, April. Welcome. Don't ruin the chocolate. I'm not going to ruin it. I think I'm just going to eat this banana. And we're going to call it a day. How's that?
Eddie says dip something.
Dip what? Dip a banana? Just dip the caramel? I don't want to do it. I don't want to. I don't want to scrape it. I'm sorry. That sounds like a total mess. And like, okay, fine. Okay, let's try. Let's try. I'm going to have to retemper this chocolate. Okay. What's going in my trash? Fucking egg whites. Okay.
That's today's lesson. Don't get the pre-bottled egg whites ever.
Ever. I don't even know what I'm going to do with the rest of them that I have. They are so gross looking. I mean, like, it definitely, if I was in a pinch and I didn't need a stiff peak, they would be fine. I don't know what that would be, but, you know, whatever that would be.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Calm down, Winslow. It's all going to be okay. I'm making a peanut butter banana bar. I need another banana. We're riffing, okay? I might have to put this back on here for a second. Because what else am I going to do? Just have peanut butter and caramel? It's so boring. Let's do this. Obviously not shelf stable anymore, okay, friends? Oh, you know what else I have? I have some dried bananas from my uncle. I just think this might be interesting. So we're trying it. And we're gonna cut this. Let's not untemper our chocolate. We're still in good shape. We're still in good shape. Okay, and let's just get a different knife. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is kind of crazy and fun. Let's cut off the edge there. I wonder if this banana is going to stay on. We're about to find out. Live on the Edibles Club. I made this caramel a little too firm because I was worried it was been raining so much here, you know. Is this going to mess up my chocolate? That's messy.
Elio asks if I have my own channel where I can give my insights. I do not, Elio, sorry.
You have to come here if you want more of
You
Winslow.
gotta catch me on here.
This is wild. What am I doing, Winslow?
That looks pretty good.
We're gonna make it work. Make it work, bitch. I want to be careful dipping this. I don't know if you guys got a great view. Because I really actually don't want that banana in my chocolate or any of that fucking nougat. So normally you would do like a J shape. You'd go whoop when you dip. But we're trying to be real fucking delicate here. That guy was really aggressively tapping his chocolate too. Now, the banana is not going to give us a really nice shape. You want a little bit of a foot on your caramel because otherwise, you know. So maybe we'll try some, ooh, it stuck to my fork, that are just That's how you get those on. You didn't see it because of stupid fucking parchment paper. That's a thick ass chocolate. That's hilarious. Are you guys having fun with my crazy creations right now that I just smeared banana on caramel? Okay, let's try one that is just caramel. I'm gonna do a smaller kind of, because this caramel is so firm. So just pretend the nougat worked out and I didn't try to take a shortcut, and pretend like I took the caramel to 250. And then I would put a foot on this. I would put chocolate over top of the caramel before dipping it in this chocolate, because then you have something to slide it'll slide off your fork easier. That's a massive chocolate bar. Winslow, you didn't get any videos.
Should I go now?
Yeah. I know it's not that appealing today, but we're making candy on the Edibles Club live for the kitchen sesh. What did I make? Some kind of monsters. And just... Should I eat this banana one? It looks crazy. It's so thick. It's too hot today. Actually, that's fucking good. We make it work. It's a Giggles bar. That was good. It's hot in my house. It's probably like, what, 70 degrees here?
Yeah.
We don't want it that hot. You want your AC pumping so that this sets up faster. Yum. I like the, obviously not possible with the raw banana, but I fucking love the banana with the peanut.
You showed up close on the camera?
Yeah. Sorry, just washing my hands. Wait, can you see? Am I trying to get you the right angle?
Yeah, that looks good. That looks great.
It's a monster. Kind of healthy. I don't know. You love it. You love it. Great minds Fraggle, yeah. We needed the banana. I mean, this will be good too, but nice. Mike, that chocolate, if I pop these in the fridge real quick, it'll set nicely. It's just fucking hot. It's LA. I know you're like, how is it hot? We live in LA. But funny enough, C's Candy is here. They're in LA.
Yeah, that's tough.
They probably run a lot of AC, but they're closer to the water.
Yeah.
So you get more of the ocean helps reduce the temperature. Closer, yeah, closer to the water you are, the less hot it is. So this was wild.
Yeah, I think that's the most chaotic recipe you've done so far.
This was so stupid. And I'm like, oh, hey, I'm doing a really tricky candy recipe. You know what I should do? I should try to like MacGyver one of the most important ingredients and use some bullshit from a carton. And be like if I used like Hershey's chocolate chips to temper.
This is cooking during the Great Egg Recession.
Oh. Oh, everyone loves your voice, Winslow.
Thank you.
Okay, do you have a small, springy, ice scooped, or cannelles with 2 spoons dropped in chocolate? Of what? Mike says we pulled it off. I'm only here to impress Mike on the chocolate, okay? I know I could give you totally bloomed chocolate and you'd be like, it looks good. Mike's gonna know because I know when that shit isn't good. This chocolate bar looks good too. Real shiny. You want it to be shiny. And after these set, I'm picking this up right now. It's warm. Of course, it's gonna melt in my hands. But once they set, you can pick them up. They shouldn't melt quickly in your hands. They'll crack when you bite into them. This is totally decadent. When my caramels come right off the line, this is how they are too. Ooh! But take that caramel, instead of taking it, I took it to like 255. For a candy bar like this, I would probably take it a bit lower, 252, 250. That temperature changes for me based on the time of year. I always feel like, I don't know, and that's what I don't know what to tell people sometimes with recipes. I'm like, I wish people could just watch because it's like when grandmas are cooking and they're like, how do you know how much? And it's like, they just know because they've been doing it over and over again. So if there's a difference in flour, there's a different kind of water, they just can feel it and they can see it. Use your senses. Use all of your senses when you're cooking. You want to be listening. You want to be tasting. You want to be smelling. Is something burning? You want to be looking at your shit. So use your senses. I wish it was hot here. Yeah, I would say I would trade places, but I wouldn't. So I'm sorry. I like warm weather.
Yeah, me too.
Right? Have you ever lived somewhere cold? France, right?
Yeah, I lived in France and it got really cold in the winter.
How cold is really cold?
Like below freezing and snowing. I biked to school in the snow. It was fun.
Really? Europe is kind of, Italy at least, was kind of sad in the winter. It's kind of depressing.
I prefer the heat, but it is fun in cold climates because you get to get all kinds of like coats and stuff.
Yeah, we don't have any outerwear here. Like if someone was like, hey, do you want to go on a ski trip right now? I'd be like, I literally don't have anything. I'd have to go and spend like $1,000 just buying bullshit to go in the cold weather. I have a pair of boots and I never wear them. I was thinking of selling them. They're super cute, but I'm like, where the fuck am I going to wear these? What did she see? She saw something. What's everyone saying? All the care, audience, sentience, voyance, cognizance. Thanks, Christopher. Market these V-bars. The problem is the banana will go bad, right? It's there's too much water in it and it's just banana. So eventually it'll go rotten. But I'm sure, wouldn't it be good? You know what would be a good candy bar is banana nougat peanut caramel.
Like banana in the nougat?
Yeah. We'll
Yeah,
find
that
a
sounds
way, like banana flavor, if you can't do real bananas. But I bet you could like find a way, put the bananas, I don't know what to do, but I'll figure it out. What's going on? You did an amazing job. I approve of the recipe. The banana was needed. I just think it was totally hilarious. And I had these bananas and, what am I going to do with these? I was probably going to eat them. I might scrape those off of that and because I don't need any more of these chocolate bars. I'm not going to lie. I don't need a bunch of chocolate bars in my life right now. It's a lot of sugar. I sell my chocolate, Don't get high on your own supply. That's what they say. I'm sorry, I'm burping. Oops. I'm only human. Freeze dry them. Yeah, I guess you could freeze dry them. You know what my uncle does? So these are Hawaiian apple bananas. I wonder if they're still good. I mean, he dries them out. They're totally dehydrated. But he sends me these from Kauai. He would tell me to say they're from Maui, so you don't go to Kauai. He always says, if you love Kauai, tell your friends to go to Maui. My uncle's hilarious. I have a ton of stories about him and my Auntie Yo in the cookbook. Not a ton, but a few. He would be really mad at me if I put too many stories about him. So I love how real the live streams are. Thanks, Marvin. Oh my God, the Fraggle Rock pothead. I feel privileged to watch this artist create a great work of art. This is so cool. You guys are so nice. Eddie, they're really good. I would give one to Winslow. Do you want me to cut you a little sliver? He doesn't want to eat sweet shit like this, okay? It's not his jam. Every once in a while, like if it's Frenchy enough, he'll let me give him something sweet. But it's got to be like that peanut butter pie I did one time. So not his jam. This is an American palate. This is Americana to the max. You know what I mean? See's Candy. Is it See's Candy or See's Candies? Is candies plural?
Yeah, candies.
Okay. See, of course it is. See's Candies, you know, that's an American palate. Caramel. That was my inspiration for Marigold, was See's. Can I just sit here for a second, Winslow, and chat with the club?
Yeah.
Am I too far away back here?
No.
I was just going to pop up my butt on there and just tell a little story. First thing to know about See's Candies. I was a holiday helper. So I was like, you know, I don't remember. Maybe I was 14 or 15 years old. However old you are when you have to get permission to work, because otherwise it's like child labor laws you're breaking. I was like, when can I start working? I want to start working immediately. So I got a job at See's. I was a little holiday helper. I worked with the little ladies, and I had the white button-up dress with the bow. And that's where I came up. Well, that's not where, but that's how, when I was like, what edibles should I make? I thought back to that job, and I was like, just should make candy because it has such a good shelf life. There's not a lot of water in candy. Sugar is a preservative, and it's like a treat. You know, edibles are a treat. So that's what I did. All right, everybody, I feel like we had a big success today, even though it's a big mess for me to clean up. And even though my nougat didn't work out, but I'll check back with you. If you're in my Patreon, the Edibles Club, I'll send you a photo of how this second nougat turned out compared to the first one, and hopefully it turned out better.
Say hi to Anthony, who's here late.
Hi, Anthony. Holy shit, you missed a real wild one today. It really was like an up and down, right? I was having some moments where I was like, I might just call it a day on this one. But we did a lot. We made caramel. We attempted nougat. We tempered chocolate. We smashed some banana. Success. Okay? Thanks to everyone who contributed, gave super chats. If you want to directly support the club, you can always Venmo us at the Edibles Club. You can also join the Patreon if you want to keep this conversation going and you want to DM me or be a part of the group chat because you really like talking to some of our cool club members here today on YouTube. They're all on Patreon and we all hang out. So I have to take Winslow home after this. It's okay. So I'll be late for the hangout. I might do it like, because I'm going to probably just take Bon Bon to the park for around your house or something. Okay. Right? And then we can still have our hangout in Discord. I might not be available on video. We'll see. I'll see what I can do. So I will check back with me later, if you're in my quarter up tier, what I'm talking about right now is every Saturday after these live stream bonanzas, I go onto Discord, and if you're in my quarter up tier, which is the second tier on Discord, you have access to, or on Patreon, sorry, you have access to the Discord, and that's like the starting tier. Every tier up from that is on the Discord too. Just the 5 on it, you don't have the Discord, you have group chat. So there's always some kind of community on Patreon. But yeah, so I'll be there later. I'll just send you guys a message as soon as I'm done with everything. Also, please, pretty please. Pre-order my cookbook, How to Eat Weed and Have a Good Time. It comes out April 15. You are gonna want this book for $4.20. You're gonna wanna make these recipes for your friends to get stoned on the high holiday. Let me show you. Look at this fucking chili ranch tortilla chips. You want that? And look at this, a whole chapter on cannabis beverages. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, so let me show you how to eat weed and have a good time. You can get signed copies from Now Serving LA. I go live every Wednesday here, 4:20 p.m. Pacific. If this is your first time here, thank you so much. Thank you to all of our super chat, I don't know what you would call them. Patrons? Super chat givers?
Givers, sure.
Givers, you're givers. That's a good quality to have. Thank you so much. And what else was I gonna say? I'll see everybody later. I'll see you next Wednesday. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we'll figure it out. Yeah. Okay? Wish Winslow luck on his show tonight.
I'm stressing.
You
I'm having a
are?
good time though. Yeah, I'm stressing.
Okay, we gotta go. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Let's roll the credits. So if you're wondering who these amazing people are, these are all of my club members from my Patreon, the Edibles Club. What's an edibles producer? Ha! Ballers, that's what they are. So we want to give a special thanks to Madam Dram, to Lindsay, and to Kathy for being so awesome and showing their support for so long. I love all of my Patreon members. We have a great time, and I hope you'll join us over there. See you later.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week.